Hi, it's Rory. I really wanted to break down why the performance blogging system works like it does and explain it because it's one of those things that takes a while to build and get it out there, but it's so awesome because of how and why it works. So if you hopefully watch what we call our Keystone video that explains how the PBS works and you get to see me, move around and show you some of the key highlights of the actual system. We call it Performance Blogging System, PBS for short, because it is a system. It's not just one web page. It's a series of literally hundreds of web pages. And as you build it ongoing and literally learn the craft or the art of performance blogging, you'll be like many of our students will have hundreds and hundreds of pages. There is really no limit. And the more pages, the more doors you have to what we call the marketing house. So the marketing house, and I'll cover it again because it's super important. The marketing house premise is one of two premises that explain why the system works the way that it does. And it also explains why we need to do what we need to do as far as how to market to that system to make it work once it's set up. Now, every one of our students that comes into the R 247 and the PBS gets a copy of my latest, greatest version that I'm making thousands of dollars with each and every week. Okay, you get a copy of that. Now, the copy doesn't mean you're going to make any money with it because it's my work, it's my authorship. I've done all the things to get it out there on Google and take advantage of all the organic search and the actual aspect of both marketing premises. It's already built that way. What's good is you don't need to build it from scratch. It's already done. All the user interface, all the interactions, all the navigation, all done. Already done for you. What you need to do is learn how to modify the pages. And as you do that, your brain is going to pick up the patterns of how we write, the structure of how we write. Not so much, what content we use or the verbiage, the actual content, but how we write and structure it. And then you'll put your own twist on it and share from your background, your environmental growth and your existence here on this earth is different than mine. That's what makes us uniquely different. And when we write, it comes across in our writing style. But the pattern on how we write and what we write to, the direction of it, you will learn it as you modify these pages and get your system to be unique to you based on content. Now, there's rules to what we need to do. Your instructor is going to walk you through this. There's really nothing you can really screw up too bad, right? But you're going to learn. You're going to get better at it. And once you learn the art of performance blogging, every time you roll out a new offer, you're going to know exactly what to do with it. We'll release it on a Tuesday training call. You'll take that offer, add it, modify it as your own, and let it just be part of that system. Let me explain more on that. So we have two marketing premises: marketing house, shopping mall. If you understand these, you'll understand why this actually works. And the system that you have is the perfect layout for the internet. It's the perfect layout for mobile. It's the perfect layout for tablets. Okay, we've perfected that over the years. And yeah, we run two different menus. You'll see that as we go forward. A brand new change here in July of 2021. And we're always adapting. We're always keeping fresh. That's why we have so many trainings to keep everybody up to speed. This has been an amazing journey for my family. And in 2008, we were able to start teaching people how to have what we had. And it's been an awesome journey since. It's just gotten bigger and better and easier to apply for new students. And before I go into this, just know that we could teach 1 million people how to do this and still not scratch the surface of the demand. And doing this process can create enough income to fund a family over and over again. We're not trading dollars for hours. We're getting paid by actions. We're using technology, systems, teamwork, and having the right items in our marketing house to make it viable and relevant for the viewers. This is a perfect storm of an opportunity, and it's gotten here over 13 years. Okay, didn't happen overnight. So I'm going to go over the marketing house. Marketing house premise of marketing basically states that you have a marketing facility, all right? Walmart is a brick and mortar facility. Your PBS is an online virtual facility. Doesn't have walls, by the way. It can expand. We still got to bring people there, but it's not geolocated. It's global, okay? And we market global items. The world is your marketing place, okay? marketing house states that every item, product, every ad, any doorway to bring them into your marketing house brings them in. Once they're there, they see everything that you have to offer. Okay? On our PBS system, once they land there, doesn't matter what page they come in on, doesn't matter what ad they click on, doesn't matter what brought them to your PBS, and we're going to put a lot of ways out there for them to come in. We want to have a gazillion doors, right? Doesn't matter what door brought them in. Once they're there, they see what we have on the left-hand side, and that's where the curious cat and all of us clicks around. We're averaging over 8 times a click now per visitor, and the more times they click, the odds are greater that they're going to purchase or do an action that creates revenue for us, like a Google AdSense click or another click that pays us per click or buying something. This is where all the marketing stuff kicks in. Once they're there, everything is going to be applied. Indirect marketing. They're going to see a category and they're going to see clothing, or they're going to see like maybe some lingerie, or they're going to see shoes, or they're going to see, you know, some really cool sports device that they see it and they're going to want it because it's their idea, because they found it, even though we put it there. All these things are part of consumerism, and understanding that as a marketer is what makes this work. And because I've already done the work and set it all up, you just get to run with it. And you can add to it, you can learn how to do more, but you get something that's already proven with the right products that market, the right things to market together. And I'm going to talk about that in a second. A marketing house example that everybody should recognize is like going to Walmart. Milk and eggs brings you into Walmart. That's the doors. 2 doors brought you in, not just 1 door, 2. You're going in 2 doors, milk and eggs, right? And we're such trained consumers, and we've been trained since we were little, we just do it. We walk in the store and we grab that grocery cart, right? Even though we're getting 2 items, subconsciously, we know we're going to buy more. We're trained. It's actually a pattern of our life. Patterns are what marketers need to key off on. So we walk in that store, right? They're all laid out perfectly by design. They put things in the right area based on what produces more sales. In case you thought it was accidental, it's not. So you walk in, past the produce aisle, you go down every aisle, and there's end caps on every aisle. Clearance items, special things, things that sell more than other things are right there located on your path to go to the very back. In fact, they know you're going to beeline to the back of the store, and that's why they put those key items, those main doors that bring people in. Sometimes even loss leaders is a term that people know, like, oh, they lose money on that to get us in. Well, that's partly true. Usually true. But they make money on everything else you buy, right? So they put it in the back of the store. You go to the back of the store to get your milk and eggs, and by the time you get to the front of the store to check out, you've magically accumulated $200 in groceries, clothing, whatever, right? Things that you decided you needed to have right then. Things you bought indirectly. Things you bought from Ascension. Things that you saw before and you thought, oh, I might as well grab it while I'm here now. All of these little marketing, scientifically proven marketing realities that I teach, and it's in the book. All those things are absolutely happening every time you walk into a store or a marketing house. To me, they're all marketing house, right? They're distributing products. They're marketing to you. And in plain sight, indirectly, Ascension marketing over and over again. Every time you come in, you see the same things that you might want to get. And you're like, oh, you know what? I'm going to get it today. All those things I talk about are happening every time you walk into a marketing house. Same with every time they come to our PBS. It's just a virtual marketing house. It's online. And it's organized. Easy to navigate. That's the key. Every one of you have an exact copy of what's already built by me that's proven, making money every week, and sharing that with you guys, and then just teaching you how to market and apply it. Yeah, you've got to change the content and make it your own. So you can get, SEO, and you can get, which stands for search engine optimization, and you can get content marketing and organic search coming in, bringing traffic to you based on your article and the content of what you're providing as far as information services. The other premise of marketing is a shopping mall premise. They work hand in hand. We don't have milk and eggs in our online store. We really don't. We don't have things that people need to come in and get all the time. So we've got to go find relevant items. The shopping mall premise states that you need to have a relevant store to attract people in, and then create a vacuum between one relevant store and another relevant store in order to create foot traffic, right? Or traffic in general eyeballs, bodies going past your stores in between, the kiosk stores in between. All right. So let's call it Macy's. All right. A relevant store are big stores that people they know. They usually have a global recognition to them. Least national. Okay. They advertise everywhere. They're on TV. They're on radio. They're on every medium they can be on. Online, everywhere. Their logos are everywhere. They're a national brand. They've been branding literally for decades and decades and decades. All right. That branding, that marketing is worth a lot. So here's Macy's. They got this big, huge parking lot at the mall, right? The biggest part of the parking lots are around these big stores so people can come into them. They're relevant, meaning people will go to them regardless of them being at a mall or not. They put one on the corner. Then there's a corridor. Then there's another big corner of the mall where another big store is. Call it Dillard's, okay? Dillard's has another big parking lot drawing people in. You don't see these two stores side by side. That would defeat the purpose of the mall. That kind of defeats why there's even a mall business model, right? So they're separated. There's a corridor, right? In that corridor are kiosk stores to me. I call them all kiosks. Most of which are stores that would not survive on their own if they were in a strip mall, for instance. It's a fact. Lady Foot Locker has an amazing name. However, if I put Lady Foot Locker in a strip mall, it'll go out of business. If I put Lady Foot Locker in a mall, it's not only going to survive, it's going to thrive. So much so that it can pay extremely high rents and a portion of every sale to the mall owner. Now, this is where it gets shocking to people. The power of marketing with these big stores, Macy's, Dillard's, Nordstrom's, Neiman Marcus, H&M, JCPenney, and the like, is more important, more valuable than them paying a lease. If I want to bring Macy's to my mall, I'm probably going to need to give them rent for free for like 10, 15, 20 years just to even attract them into my mall. And without them, I don't have a mall. Can you imagine a mall without big stores that draw people in? They will go out of business. They can't sustain. They need that relevance coming in. Same thing goes for us. We don't have big stores. Back in the day, I actually marketed for JCPenney online. I've been marketing online since '94. And there was a time when people didn't know you could go online to even shop with them. They had to build their readership up. They had to build their stuff up. Those days are gone. So they really don't need people like us. So that was one of the problems too, doing this over the years, is you work yourself out of a job when you do a really good job of it. I think of all the clients I had on, and once they got their name out there, their brand out there, they no longer needed the affiliate marketing as much. So there is this thing called the law of marketing. I talk about it all the time. And it's the reason why we will always have a position. There's a reason why your PBS will continue for pretty much forever. As long as the lights are on, meaning as long as the hosting's paid, it's working for you, right? And the law of marketing basically states, I'll back up. You know what the law of gravity is? They actually teach that one in school. Law of gravity, what goes up must come down. Doesn't matter if you believe it or not. Your beliefs really don't matter. It's a law. You can believe that it doesn't really work that way. You can believe that it's caused by some black cat that walks around. Whatever, doesn't matter. Jump off your roof, you're going to come crashing down. Probably break your leg, right? Law of gravity's that real. Well, the law of marketing is just as strong and just as real as the law of gravity. Law of marketing states that no matter how great your product or service is, it will not sell itself. If you don't have somebody to market it, if you don't have someone to explain it, educate the masses on it, it's not going to sell itself. Marketing done properly makes sales order taking. If you don't have somebody that knows how to market it well, you're going to have a salesperson that has to do a lot of that heavy work, right? They're going to have to sell somebody something what they want or don't want. We don't need to do that when we do proper marketing. I'm really good at the marketing side. So everything's already been built, marketing messages built on your system. You just got to change the verbiage around the marketing message and gain from what I already do. And every time we roll out a new product, I'm going to help devise the marketing message so that it not only says what marketing needs to explain a couple things. Proper marketing needs to explain the benefits. What's in it for you? No one's going to buy a product just to buy it. It's got to solve a problem. It's got to be a benefit to their life. and it's got to happen in a place where they need it, so they're going to buy it, right? That's marketing. But not only that, we have to handle every possible objection or question they're going to have, because especially online, we're not there to answer their questions. We're not going to throw up a chatbot system to do that. No, we're going to market it properly, answer those in the presentation so that they're ready just to buy. That's what we do really good. And I say we, as the students have been around here for years, they're learning from me how to do this. And some of our MSIs that have been here that are helping their full-time career people here, they are absolutely shocking me day by day how much they've learned over the years to do it. It's patterns, it's understanding it. And the more you stick around it, the more you're going to learn. And then you're going to become very powerful how you write. And the more powerful you write, and the more you learn how to, gain organic search and traffic, the more you can make with this. So, shopping mall premise, marketing house premise work together. The shopping mall requires you have anchor stores, right? Well, we don't have anchor stores online. Not really. Not like a store. We have anchor offers. And starting from 2016 forward, we actually got ones we didn't have to keep replacing. See, in this whole internet marketing thing that I've been doing since '94, I would have to replace my anchor offers every 8.5 months. And I have some steady stuff that I could run, but man, everything would trend up and it would trend down until 2016. And your instructor is walking you through that. Our number one anchor offer, we started marketing this product in 2016. We're still marketing it today. We're going to be marketing it forever. We found the perfect product to market, one that not only creates income now, but residual income. It also allows us to build as teams. It also is foundational. It's not going to go away. It's been here for over 7,000 years. It's not going to change. We just have a very awesome education-based understanding of a product that does very well once people understand what it is. Marketing still has to happen. It doesn't even sell itself. Okay, now, just like a mall, our PBS system needs to have at least 2 solid anchors to draw in traffic. Different directions, different grabs, right? Macy's and Dillard's, they're both department stores, but they carry different things. And they also have different clientele. Not always the same type of people buy at Macy's as those at Dillard's. We have the same thing. We have anchor offer number 1, and we have anchor offer number 2. And they create a vacuum effect. That's why this works. See, and then we've added other anchors to build our mall. The bigger the mall, the more big stores they have, right? But even in a small rural location, if there is a shopping mall, it'll have at least 2 anchor stores. You got to have the 2 to draw in between. So if you want to market anything and everything like we can, and you want to market those kiosk items and make the gravy money, as I call it, and make additional income streams, you have to have 2 solid anchors that drive traffic in. Now a mall owner is willing to give free rent and spend money to fit out and build out this incredible building to get the power of marketing from that anchor. And here we are. We have like such small overhead to have our anchors. That's why it just makes sense. That's why I tell you to do it, because it makes sense. Like if you want to have the most success possible, you need 2 anchors. And we give you 2 anchors that are proven. And I'm going to tell you, getting an anchor that's proven, it wasn't no walk in the park. I mean, it's literally taken me like 20 something years just to get that number 1 anchor where it's the best thing we've ever marketed. It's the most relevant. It brings in a lot of traffic. So much so that it increased my incomes and traffic flow from the same marketing efforts by 30% within a quarter. Within a quarter year, revenue shot up, traffic shot up, and traffic's been great ever since. Like, it's amazing what that does. Having the right anchor store, or in our case, anchor offer. But we have 2. And when we added that second one, it worked really well. And then we added another anchor, and it became from 3 to number 2 really quick. We have a home run situation with our number 2 anchor offer. It's incredible. And they're different. They bring in different types of consumers, different types of people, and they share, but it's a whole different angle. And it's just like a mall, and that vacuum effect comes in. That's why we have 2 anchors. And we get everybody established, teach them how to market those two anchors, and that's what draws in different types of people, more eyeballs, more traffic, to allow everything else that we do to succeed at higher rates. Now, this is something that's really awesome to share, is it's not just about you. It's not just about what you can do. It's what the team, the whole entire family here can do. We are a marketing family. And when we go to live events, you'll see we are bonded by grit. We are bonded by helping everybody else. And this is an environment where we raise everybody up. The only way for you to fail is to quit. If you show up and you raise your hand, you need help, we have lots of people to help. We have an entire structure to help and teach this. It took me decades to figure this out. You're not going to learn it in a day. You're probably not going to learn it in a week, and you're probably not going to learn it in a few months. But you're going to learn it because it's all here. And I've had time to structure the training. We have a lot of people that dove in to help, and it's unbelievable what this does, right? It really is. It's really unbelievable until you see it work. And it's just understanding marketing, all the different aspects of marketing, not just having one solution, but multiple solutions. And I call them legs of marketing. And hopefully you've seen it in the training. You're going to see it more. It's going to be explained. But we don't just hit this with one angle. We hit this with so many angles that we can't fail. We hit it with so many different sales and marketing psychology knowledge. And you just got to fall in line with it. Trust the system. Now, the internet's a big computer program. Keep this in mind. It's not biased. It doesn't care if you're man, woman. It doesn't care if you even identify as a bus. It doesn't care if you're short, tall, fat, ugly, pretty, gorgeous, ugly. It doesn't matter. It doesn't care. It doesn't care what you have for breakfast. It's non-biased. It does what it's told to do. I figured out what to do and how to do it, to take all these marketing proven methods, put them online into one big, huge, amazing system called Performance Blogging System, PBS for short, and how to apply everything to get it marketed, to get traffic coming in. The more bodies that come through, the more things we can sell. It's a big marketing house. And I found out how to do this and give it to everyone that comes in. And if you do what I do, logically speaking, you should get what I get. Why is the internet going to give you something different? If I do A, B, C, and I get X, Y, Z, and you come and do exactly A, B, C, you should also get X, Y, Z. Logically, right? That's why this works. You don't need to be a genius at building out the marketing message. You just get to take mine, modify the stuff around it so you can have your content unique to you. But the same marketing message that works for me is going to work for you. I know how to present it. Use that. Share my talent and go forward. Help benefit your family. Now, it's a pay it forward process. Now, also keep in mind, if you don't do exactly ABC, you're not going to get XYZ. Like if you do half of it, doesn't mean you're going to get half of what I get. It's a system, not a suggestion, and it works certain ways. You have to do everything exactly. I figured it out. If I could do halfway and get the same results, that's what I'd be teaching you. But I've learned over these decades that I got to do this. So you got to do A, B, C, right? I do A, B, C. You do A, B, C. We both get X, Y, Z. And that's what we teach and that's what we duplicate. And you're going to learn how to do more and add more and go from there. But, it's amazing that, the family economy, that's how I look at it, right? We need money to run our family. But the need for us being marketers, we solve one of the biggest problems ever. We connect a product or service with a consumer. If we don't do that, businesses go out of business because nothing sells itself. And we will always have a need to do that. And we do it with the right products and services. And we're attracting better and better products because we solve the biggest problem for any business, getting consumers, right? If they don't have someone buying their product, they're not making any money. They produce a product, they make money by selling the product. They don't have anybody to sell the product to, they're out of business. That's what we get to do. And not just for one thing, for as many things that we can fit into our virtual space. All because we understand how marketing works. We understand the marketing house. We also understand the shopping mall, and we utilize it. We have relevant things that brings people in that consume other things, right? They might come in for our version of milk and eggs, but they're going to buy everything else too. That's how this works. That's how performance blogging works. And I'll tell you, the only way to fail is to quit. Because if you stick around, eventually you're going to get it done. You're going to get your system built. Your instructor is going to tell you, build out your pages, modify them. Yeah, knock it out. Set down a weekend. right? And give yourself a staycation. Knock it out. Get it done so you can have all the components done so you can just add to it and learn. Learn how to modify. Do you know how you learn? Practice. We all know how to modify a sentence to say something else. We all know how to, we've all learned how to do all that. These are all things we've learned in school. What we haven't learned in school is how having a business gives you amazing tax benefits so you can keep more of your money. Uncle Sam will let you keep more money for investing in yourself and creating business. What we don't learn in school is that marketing is a law. They don't teach you that. And because it's so important, it's a livelihood for almost anyone. It's something that's in demand all the time. It's not going to become obsolete. They're not going to create a new hammer that replaces marketing. Won't happen. That new hammer is going to need to be marketed or no one's going to buy it. The law of marketing is so freaking real, yet they don't teach it in school. So I hope you receive my book, Marketing is Freedom. You can get it from your instructor. I make it available to everyone. If you go to marketingisfreedom.com, you can get the hard copy, the audio, and the ebook there. Use coupon code FREEDOM, all lowercase, and you can get the ebook for free. You get $9.95 off. Ebook for free, save money on the audio book, save money on the hard copy book that gets shipped out fast to you. And it's gonna help you understand all these aspects of marketing that are already built into your PBS. It's all done. And you just got to apply, and you got to start posting ads. You got to start getting things into effect the same way we know already works. And participation in the anchor offers allows you to make money from so many other angles. The difference with us is, like a big mall, they don't make money from those big stores, right? They do indirectly. They make money because they bring traffic in and they make money off the kiosks, right? We make money from our anchors when we build things right and we establish things right. They actually, not only are the relevant thing that brings things in because we market them, but they pay us very well. Very well. We have the best of everything here. And one of the other things about businesses, it takes money to make money. It costs money, overhead. Most of us already have computers, internet. Now we can apply it, we can write it off because it's part of our business expense. You're going to have some overhead with this, but the overhead's a set amount. No matter how much you make, same overhead. So once you get the income coming in and you do the work to bring the traffic in and you're growing in different things, once you make $1 more than what it costs you in overhead, you're profitable. And then you build on those profits and your overheads never go up. There's a reason for that. And it's a utopian reason. We all work together to benefit this. Any business out there needs to market. Marketing usually costs money. You got to place ads, be in front of people. We've already proven out what that takes. We teach you how to do everything you can do that doesn't really have a cost to it other than time. Things that are very effective. Things that I still do all the time because that's what makes this work. But then there's what's called paid marketing. You actually pay to have the right type of traffic or the right type of individuals come in for what we're marketing. Well, Tanya and I have been very blessed. We own marketing companies. We own lead generation companies. So we've utilized our assets, if you will, to benefit the Triple R 247 family and every one of our PBS partners. We pay for the marketing for you. We teach you how to use it. We structure it for you, and we fund it with you as a partner because we all make money together off of these anchors. If it wasn't for the way that was structured, we wouldn't be able to do this and continually do it. We've been doing this for almost 2.5 years now, funding the marketing for all our students. Our instructors that are helping, pay it forward and teaching everybody so we can teach more people. You need some one-on-one interaction. This is a lot to take in. And then once you learn it, you know it. And now you can just apply it over and over again. But we actually invest with you, in you, and do this in a big, huge family. That's what it's about. Let's help you. That's what we're here for. Doesn't matter, your environment, we're here to change it. If you grew up in a poor environment, it's really hard to get out of that. You don't know what you don't know. If your parents can't teach you, where are you going to learn it? They don't teach you in school how to be abundant, let alone overabundant. They don't. I wish they did. They teach you how to be a really good employee, though. And just so you know, the success failure rate of an employee working 40 hours a week for 40 years, retiring on 40% of their income, 95% broke, not a good success rate. That's what they teach you in school, how to not be successful. Business ownership is the only way I've ever seen growth. And those that own businesses, their kids pretty much own businesses. Rich get richer because they know. You teach your kids what you know. You don't know what you don't know, and you do know what you do know. And if I don't know how to do anything other than work for somebody else, I can't teach you how to run a business. I don't know. I never learned. My environment didn't teach it to me, and odds are I'm not going to pass it forward. See, the whole problem with the world, and this being very general, and not all the problems, but one problem, is we don't have enough people reaching down and raising up those that don't know. We're not sharing knowledge of wealth and wealth creation with those that don't know it. Well, that's what Tanya and I get to do here. We get to raise you up, educate you, teach you how to fish, and teach you in a method of marketing that's going to be needed and a necessary thing forever. It's something you can build a business around and pass that business and knowledge down to your kids and their kids and their kids. The internet's just getting bigger, stronger, changing, but we're already morphing with it. We're already part of it. We can add new things at will because it's just like adding another store to your mall. Only we don't have a land restraint. We don't have walls. So a new thing comes up. We just add it into a category, add it to a section where those type of people are already going. Targeted, self-targeted. This is genius. Just get in and get going with it. Let us share with you and show you how this stuff works. You know, it's an amazing concept where you can make income based on transactions, based on, actions happening. Transactions, buying actions, clicking actions. That's what this is about. We're making money in a smarter way. We're not trading dollars for hours. We're not selling our time. We only have 24 hours in the day. We all do. What we utilize and we do in that time is what affects what we can make and what our lifestyle can be, right? Because that's the way the world works. The more resources you have to trade for other resources, the better you can have, right? The bigger the house, the more vacations, better the car, the more cars, the more you can, fund your kids going to college. It's resources you need, right? And you want time and financial freedom. We found out how to have it and how to teach it and give it to anybody. You don't need to go to college. You just got to learn here. This is like a college. You're learning from people actually doing it. I'll take it from someone that did not get along well with the college environment. Learning from somebody that isn't doing what you're trying to do today can you imagine learning how to use the internet today from someone that learned how to do it in 1994? What's the point? It's not the same. The internet changes by the week, let alone the month, year, decade. We are in it, right? You'll find that I'm extremely hands-on. This is what I do all the time. If I create a new way to market product B, right? And I share it with the entire student base, not only do I help my family, but I help the tens of thousands that we have in here. That's what I get to do every day. If you ever wonder why I'm so happy, that's why. I found the actual core of true happiness is helping others. And so I'm pretty happy every freaking day. So welcome to our utopian bubble. I'll tell you this right away. I don't even shirk it. I expect you to pay it forward. We're going to pour into you. We're going to pour into your success. We're going to be stubborn to have you follow the system. It's a system, not a suggestion. Don't try to overthink it. Don't try to, just follow the system. It's a system, not a suggestion. You'll be just great. And let that create, financial time freedom, financial money freedom, right? And then we expect you to pay it forward along the way. Help others. We're trying to help 1 million families now. Used to be 100,000. We're going to hit that just in stride. We want to help 1 million families around the world, and that'll still not even hit a dent in the need. Now, I'll put some things in perspective. 7.7 billion people on the planet and growing, right? Over 3 billion, half of them are on the internet. We're part of a program to help get the internet to the entire world. And that means we'll have 7.7 billion people to market to. We know how the structure works. We know how to get in front of them. We know how to get the organic based on them, doing searches. We know how to drive traffic this way. And it doesn't take a lot of traffic to come through your PBS to generate enough money to run your economy as your family. Everything logically means this makes sense. You just got to get out of your way, follow the system, and drive at it. Drive at it until it becomes more, right? Whatever your goals are, you can hit them with this. Whatever your dreams are, you can hit with this. You can have anything from hobby income to full-time, career, lifestyle-changing income. We've seen it happen. We're seeing it happen all the time now and growing. And every time somebody quits their JOB to do this full time so they can stay home with their family, raise their kids, that's why we built this. So Tanya and I get tears in our eyes every time we hear about it, because that's why we did this. That's why we worked so hard to do it. I tell everybody, I've never worked harder in my life. I've also never been happier in my life. So welcome to Triple R247 in your PBS system. And again, it's a system, not a suggestion. Follow it. Talk to you guys on the trainings. Bye for now.